One of the largest bus companies in Hong Kong unfortunately meets its end. And for me, this is pretty sad. But how did this happen and why? So, New World First Bus, after 25 years of serving Hong Kong, finally ended. Now, this company had a pretty turbulent history, being sold between various different holding companies, and once I tell you about it, it'll make a bit more sense as to what their name means and why they were merged. It was originally started by First Group, which is a company that operates in the UK. However, after the Hong Kong handover, they sold it to a company called New World Development, which renamed it New World First Bus, which is a name it had up until its dissolution. Eventually, in July 2022, a year before it ended, it was sold to Bravo Transport, and it finally decided to merge operations with Citybus just because it would make it more simple to operate, which kinda makes sense. I don't oppose the decision to merge New World First Bus, but at the same time, it's a bit sad for me, because when I was very, very little, like 2 years old little, living in Mui Wo, I looked out the windows all the time and saw the New World First ferries, which were different kind of, although they were owned by the same company for a long time and had the same branding. But those ferries were what got me interested in ships. A lot of people think it was the Titanic because that is a very common ship to get people interested in ships. But no, it was actually these ferries that would pique my fascination in ships, which I kind of got about a year after the Titanic anniversary. The 100th anniversary, that is. And so, of course, when I heard that First Ferry was gonna end, it of course hit me a lot harder than it did with First Bus, because I only really went on First Bus, like, maybe 4 times when I was interested in them, but Citybus was just conveniently the one that did all the routes we needed. I even used to take it to school, therefore the Citybus logo, livery, and all that, Citybuses in general kind of embodied my last days in Hong Kong, and they will for a long time. And unfortunately, although they're still around, the livery is getting changed as well. The only thing that's being unchanged that I know of is City Flyer, which I took maybe once or so, but it's actually pretty comfortable. Because it's airport buses, the seats are a lot more comfortable, it's very spacious, all that. So yeah, I kinda wish I could go on them more, but yeah, they're remaining unchanged, so at least that's good. If you ever come to Hong Kong, the Airport Express is a great way to get to the city, but personally, I'd say bus. And although this video isn't about them, I might as well mention Long Wind Bus. They're another bus company that I only took once, and that was to get from Lantau to, I believe it was Sha Tin. But yeah, they're very good for long distance because they're very comfortable buses. In general, I'd say they're actually better than City Bus and First Bus just because they're a lot more comfortable, and they're just a lot more of an enjoyable experience in general. And they also have their subsidiary Airbus, which sounds confusing, especially when they call their drivers captains. But yeah, I never took them, but I do have models of both of their liveries. For the ferries, they won't be gone immediately, so at least we still have these beautiful vessels to admire for quite a while. Besides, at least to remember them by, at least I have these 2 cool models. One of them was very expensive, and the other one was a little hobby model, and I also have a very, very expensive one of the ferries version. And also, because why not, Citybus. In fact, I might as well show you a bit of this news report to sum up everything I've just said.
History was in the making for hundreds of bus enthusiasts who bid a fond farewell to New World First Bus. The last buses operating as New World First Bus were given a rousing send-off as they departed from Cheung Sha Wan early this morning.
For enthusiasts, last night was extra special as it said farewell to the last route powered by New World First Bus, which has served Hong Kong for 25 years before merging with Citybus today. Some waited for 21 hours before number 970X left Cheung Sha Wan for Aberdeen.
The only good dim light at the end of the tunnel is that since they won't change out the liveries immediately, in maybe 2 or 3 years, there will still be 1 or 2 white, orange, and green buses driving around the streets of Hong Kong. I'm glad they made many memories for people as they did for me, and of course, I'll remember those buses for a lifetime. And for the ferries, although they aren't the main focus of this video, they've given me a passion that'll last a lifetime. So thank you, First Bus and First Ferry. See you on the other side.
The buses on the last drive left at 2 a.m., 30 minutes behind schedule because of the large crowd.